In this lesson, you'll calculate the total balance of every account in the account database table and group the results by currency. To do this, you'll use the GroupBy method, an anonymous type, and the sum method. You learned about anonymous types in Lesson 9.2. The advanced LINQ syntax used in this lesson can be very confusing to work with. Most programmers would avoid using LINQ to create advanced database queries, because it makes their code harder to understand. In circumstances where complex database queries are needed, it is usually better for a stored procedure to be created using the SQL language. Most ASP.NET programmers do not have advanced SQL skills. Stored procedures are usually created by a specialized team member called a DBA, or Database Administrator. To begin this lesson, open the Market Trader project from your Sample Files folder. And open the code behind file of accountbalance.aspx. You're now going to add some code to the page load event handler to retrieve all records from the account database table. Use the following code. Using market trader data context, data equals new market trader data context, var result equals data.accounts, grid view account balances dot data source equals result, grid view account balances dot data bind. This query will return every row in the accounts table. View accountbalance.aspx in your web browser to see the existing records. You're now going to use the GroupBy LINQ method to group the results by currency. Close your web browser and add the following code to the end of the LINQ query. .GroupBy account lambda account.currency.currency name. This code tells LINQ that you want to group the results by the currency name, but it will not return any values. You will need an anonymous type in order to return any results. Add the following code to the end of the LINQ query. .select group lambda new begin curly brackets group.key end curly brackets. This code is a little different to the code you created in Lesson 9.2. The value you specified in the GroupBy method is considered to be the key value that the groups are organized into. For this reason, LINQ places the group names in the group.key property. View accountbalance.aspx in your web browser again, and this time the names of each of the groups are returned. Next, you're going to add an anonymous type to sum the account balances for each group. Close your web browser and add the following code to your anonymous type just after group.key. Comma, total balance equals group.sum account lambda account.account balance. The sum method adds together the account balance values for each group heading. That's each currency name. When using aggregate functions such as sum within an anonymous type, you must give a name to the resulting value. You named the result of the sum method by using the code total balance equals. Now let's test your code. View accountbalance.aspx in your web browser. Your database query is executed, and the total account balances are displayed for each currency. Notice that the summed column is named total balance, as specified in your code. As with a lot of LINQ code that requires anonymous types, it would be preferable to do this using a stored procedure. When you access data using LINQ, the LINQ data context class automatically creates a database query in the SQL language. Here is the SQL code that LINQ generated for the query defined in this lesson. If you already understand SQL, you will agree that the above SQL query is elegant, less error-prone, and easier to understand compared to LINQ's somewhat clumsy syntax for complex queries. For these reasons, it's a better choice to use stored procedures for complex database queries. Close your web browser now and close Visual Studio. You've now completed Lesson 9.3. Use the sum and GroupBy LINQ methods.